Welcome to Camellia Cafe. Today we introduce some basic knowledge of coffee. We will use very simple words to let you know coffee in a short time. Wish you become a barista. Espresso means fast in Italiano. As the hot water passes through coffee powder very fast due to the high pressure, the essence of coffee is extracted. Cappuccino has less bitter and more delicious of cream froth. Macchiato means spot in Italiano. She compromises the espresso and cappuccino. Americano is simple. Mix water and espresso.
The weather is too hot. Only add some ice.
Latte. Do you know the difference between cappuccino and me? I am more delicious with more milk. Mocha means chocolate in Italiano. French milk coffee. The ratio of milk to espresso is 1:1. The milk and espresso are poured into the cup at the same time. Expresso campana. The white fresh cream floating on the espresso just look like a beautiful lotus growing out of mud without dust.
Don't forget me. I'm frappuccino.
How does coffee work? Each particle of pick-me-up in your morning coffee has traveled a great distance. Here is the life cycle of a typical bean. 1. Growing. There are 2 species of tropical plants, Arabica and Robusta. 2. Picking. 5 years after planting, and as berries ripen from green to red, the bush is harvested. Most berries are hand-picked, but in some places, it's done by machine. 3. Processing. The outer covering and pulpy fruit are removed from the berry, leaving the seeds, or called beans. There are 2 ways to do it, dry processing and wet processing.
In the dry processing, beans are sorted, then dried narrowly in the sun. In the wet processing, usable berries rise during immersion, then they are fermented and washed or mechanically scrubbed to remove pulp, then dried.
4. Milling. Any remaining fruit or parchment will be removed, and dry coffee will become sought-after green coffee beans. 5. Roasting. By applying heat, green coffee will transform into gradual, easily opened packets of flavor. 6. Packaging. Beans are put into cool, dark, dry, airtight containers. 7. Shipping. 8. Grinding. Beans will be ground into a specific fineness. 9. Brewing. 10. Drinking.
Help yourselves. I won't make coffee by myself.
French press. Firstly, prepare coffee powder. Then, add hot water to the vessel. Keep in mind, only 80% vessel. Move the piston up and down. Don't press down to the bottom, still for 2 to 3 minutes. This time, push to the bottom, but slowly.
Just help yourself.
Drip coffee or filtered coffee. Pouring water over roasted, ground coffee beans contained in a filter. Water seeps through the ground coffee, absorbing its oils and essences, solely under gravity, which means under normal pressure, then passes through the bottom of the filter. The used coffee grounds are retained in the filter, with the liquid falling or dripping into a carafe. Pump Expresso. You need get automatic coffee machine. First, add fresh water. Then, add coffee powder. Don't forget to pre-warming cup. Water is being heated. Hot water pass through coffee powder by pump with the pressure of 15 kPa. You can also make cream froth as you like, using another cup with milk.
Just help yourself.
Steam Expresso, the steam pressure-powered mechanism, extracts flavor from the coffee grinds at a high temperature, resulting in a strong, aromatic taste. A steam-driven unit operates by forcing water through the coffee by using steam or steam pressure.
Pump Expresso has less aromatic and with froth, whereas Steam Expresso has more aromatic and without froth.
Siphon coffee or vacuum coffee. Brews coffee using two chambers where vapor pressure and vacuum. Maker operates as a siphon, where heating and cooling the lower vessel changes the vapor pressure of water in the lower, first pushing the water up into the upper vessel, then allowing the water to fall back down into the lower. Concretely, the principle of a vacuum coffee maker is to heat water in the lower vessel of the brewer, until expansion forces the contents through a narrow tube into an upper vessel containing coffee grounds. As water temperature increases, dense liquid water increasingly converts to less dense water vapor gas, which takes up more space and thus increases pressure. When the water reaches the boiling point, water vapor pressure in the lower vessel exceeds the atmospheric pressure in the top vessel, and water is pushed up the siphon tube into the upper vessel. During brewing, a small amount of water and sufficient water vapor remain in the lower, and are kept hot enough so the pressure will support the column of water in the siphon. When enough time has elapsed that the coffee has finished brewing, the heat is removed and the pressure in the bottom vessel drops, so the force of gravity, which is acting on the water, and atmospheric pressure which is pressing on the liquid in the upper vessel, push the water down into the lower vessel, through a strainer and away from the grounds, ending brewing.
Just help yourself.
Latte Art. Pouring steamed milk into a shot of espresso, and resulting in a pattern or design on the surface of the resulting latte. It can also be created or embellished by simply drawing in the top layer of foam. A mixture of two colloids, crema, which is an emulsion of coffee oil and brewed coffee. Microfoam, which is a foam of air and milk. Milk is an emulsion of butterfat and water, while coffee is a mixture of coffee solids and water. Neither are stable. Crema dissipates from espresso, while microfoam separates into drier foam and liquid milk.
Latte Art lasts only briefly.
There are many ways to make latte. One is free pouring. The cup is either kept level or tilted in one direction. As the milk is poured straight into the cup, the foam begins to surface on one side. Then moves the pitcher from side to side as they level the cup, or simply wiggle the spout back and forth, and finishes by making a quick strike through the previously poured pattern. One way is etching. A crude but quick method is to pour chocolate powder through a metal cutout in which an image, typically a flower, has been incised.
Coffee comes. Wish you become a barista? Also learnings, models, and DIY achievements are here.
Welcome to Camellia Cafe. We are focusing on the future of industries. Parenting is the most important job that a person can have, and our children will grow up to inherit a world that looks much different from our own.
Thank you for watching this episode. Welcome to Camellia Cafe. More interesting products and learnings, please visit www.camellia.xin. Your precious ideas will improve our products and service greatly.